Floyd, you made $230, and I get it, Skip. I can just imagine getting a check for $230 million. Like, hold on. I ain't see I, R, or S in that ring taking no blows. And I'm supposed to send them, yep, you're supposed to send them their cut. That's the way it works. And what's so disappointing with me, Skip, Floyd Mayweather has gone through this before. What is it that you don't get? And I'm even more disappointed because you're on Instagram and on Twitter flaunting your
Is Mayweather broke?
Are y'all new here?
Yeah. Is he broke? Yeah. He's broke.
Shannon Sharpe has consistently been a vocal critic of Floyd Mayweather Jr., especially when it comes to how he presents his finances and the contradictions in his public image. Floyd has crafted his identity around wealth, embracing the Money Mayweather persona and regularly displaying a lavish lifestyle, posting images of stacks of cash, high-end cars, luxury watches, private jets, and enormous properties. More recently, Shannon challenged that image by questioning where all that money is actually being spent and whether Floyd truly possesses a level of wealth he claims. His point was straightforward. If someone is genuinely rich, why constantly feel the need to showcase it? And why make claims about purchases that might stretch beyond what's realistically affordable?
No, what do you make of it?
No, I don't like it. Skip, the man has made over $500 million.
$500 million?
In his last 3 fights. You're 50-0. You said you want to retire at 50-0. You said this was the last. Skip, I watched him talking to Stephen A. Says, I'm done. I ain't coming back for no amount of money. I'm done. Come on, man. Come on, Floyd. This should be beneath.
If Floyd truly possesses a level of wealth he often talks about, there would be no need to constantly display it. Genuine financial security does not seek validation. It tends to be quiet, consistent, and well-managed. However, Shannon Sharpe has pointed out that Floyd's highly visible lifestyle doesn't necessarily reflect that kind of stability. In his view, Mayweather may be projecting an image of wealth that isn't fully supported by a solid financial foundation, though a major issue Shannon highlights is the pattern of conflicting signals. Floyd frequently speaks as though his fortune is limitless, referencing massive sums and regularly showcasing large amounts of cash. At the same time, there have been reports indicating he owes significant money to the IRS, along with other claims involving debt. There was even a recent incident where he was reportedly detained in another country due to gambling-related obligations. These aren't simply baseless rumors. They are documented situations that continue to raise legitimate questions.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's get the money, spend the money.
All that money?
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like within lifestyle, that money's gone. Trust me. Now it's like you call him, he'll be at your local hosting in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has reportedly faced issues with unpaid taxes and has even requested extensions to postpone those payments. For someone who presents himself as having endless financial resources, that situation naturally raises doubts. The concern isn't simply about owing money, since many wealthy individuals manage debt at different points. What stands out is a mismatch between the image and the reality. When someone frequently shares images of large amount of cash and speaks about an enormous net worth, it leads people to question why tax authorities would still be pursuing payment. This is the exact point Shannon Sharpe has been emphasizing. If the wealth is as substantial as claimed, meeting tax obligations on time should not be an issue. Instead, it suggests a lack of financial discipline and highlights one of the most noticeable inconsistencies in Floyd's overall financial narrative.
It's worse, your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro. As I've always said, it's hard to make money, but it's even harder to keep it. Floyd.
It isn't just the reported tax issues that pushed Shannon Sharpe to speak out. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has long built his image around wealth, frequently highlighting the hundreds of millions he claims to have earned. Yet Shannon feels his recent decision suggests something deeper may be going on, that a major point of discussion has been Floyd's exhibition bouts, many of which feature less competitive opponents, including influencers and online personalities. To Shannon, these matchups seem less about preserving an elite legacy and more about increasing earnings. From his perspective, the focus has shifted. Instead of demonstrating superiority inside the ring, it now appears to be about securing another check, and that shift raises questions. If someone is truly secure financially, why continue returning to the ring, especially against opponents who pose little real threat?
As you often say, you're just a guy with a job. I have a job, though. So who would you fight next?
And guess what? Your job don't pay like my job.
Well, it depends.
Your job don't pay like my job.
That brings me to another point. Why are you coming back?
I can make $200 million in 18 months because I want to. Because I want to come back and steal some more money. Is that okay with you?
It's fine.
Okay,
I enjoy watching your fights.
Okay.
Who might be next?
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has spent enough years in the sport to understand when it is the right moment to walk away, yet he continues to return. To Shannon Sharpe, this pattern suggests a need not only to generate income, but also to maintain the public image that keeps him seen as being on top. At this stage, it appears less about competition and more about staying in the spotlight. Shannon has emphasized this point repeatedly, arguing that Floyd's actions don't align with how genuinely wealthy individuals typically operate. In his view, real financial security doesn't rely on constant validation or the need to showcase success at every opportunity. It isn't built on public recognition to feel stable. Instead, Floyd has continued to put himself in positions where earnings may fluctuate, while his long-term legacy sees little progression. Rather than using his platform to highlight sustainable wealth building, the focus has leaned more toward preserving the image of someone who has it all, even though how long that perception can last remains unclear.
Money made all day. You know, right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20.
Shannon Sharpe's remarks have also stirred frustration throughout the boxing community, particularly among those who have seen massive fortunes rise and fall and understand what it takes to secure lasting financial stability. Eddie Hearn has also raised doubts about Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s claimed wealth, suggesting that the figures don't entirely add up. Given Hearn's deep involvement in the business side of boxing, his skepticism carries significance that he isn't the only one questioning it. Joe Rogan has also commented on Floyd's financial behavior, noting that consistently accepting exhibition fights for major paydays doesn't reflect someone who is completely secure financially. Floyd frequently speaks about having limitless money, yet he continues stepping into low-risk bouts largely driven by financial gain. If his wealth is truly as vast as he claims, it raises a clear question. Why keep returning to that position and taking on even minimal risk?
Of boxing. Just
Also
like
money.
But I don't even think he don't need any money.
He spends so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need any. Floyd,
Are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd good.
I bet if he's planning for the future, you got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends.
Yeah, but I think he has a lot of other business interests that he can get money from.
Hopefully.
And not just boxing. But it's the drug of getting Floyd still trying.
Then there's Mike Tyson, who has also weighed in on Floyd's approach to money. Having experienced both extreme financial success and serious setbacks, Tyson believes Floyd Mayweather Jr. should place more emphasis on enjoying life rather than constantly proving how much he has made. However, Shannon Sharpe does not entirely share that viewpoint. For him, the concern goes beyond simply enjoying wealth. It is about how that wealth is managed and sustained over time. Tyson may feel Floyd should ease up and appreciate his position, but Shannon sees a different picture, one where too much attention is placed on maintaining an image instead of strengthening long-term financial security. From Tyson's perspective, another issue stands out: Floyd's repeated insistence on calling himself the greatest.
He was 84-0, right?
89, 90 and 0 before he lost.
89-0. Wow. So it's
Don't
not,
tell me about you the greatest fighter with 50-0, nigga. You're great, no doubt about it, nigga. 50-0. Chavez had 90.
Yeah.
He's fighting he's fighting like what, 8 times a year.
Yeah, it's more to it than
whoever
that.
fought him. Whoever's in the ranking.
Well, I think it's all subjective.
Picking whoever you are, come on.
I think there are more metrics and more.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. continues to showcase a lavish lifestyle, but Shannon Sharpe believes much of it is more appearance than reality. From his perspective, Floyd's actions don't reflect someone who is genuinely secure for the long term. The criticism intensified after Floyd made claims about purchasing luxury apartments in Manhattan. He took to social media, stating that he had acquired several high-end units in one of the world's most expensive locations and that the properties were officially under his ownership. However, those statements were later challenged and found to be inaccurate. It turned out Floyd did not actually own the apartments, making it seem like another attempt to uphold the image of being a major force in real estate, despite the facts not backing it up.
And I'm pointing like this because all of them. We're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on.
This situation only added to the rising criticism that Floyd Mayweather Jr. may be more concerned with appearing wealthy than making sound financial choices. For Shannon Sharpe, this is exactly the kind of behavior he has been highlighting from the beginning. To in his view, the real issue isn't the money itself, but the image being built around it. Floyd seems to project a narrative where he is constantly winning and fully in control, yet the reality doesn't completely align with what is being shown to the public.
See that he's lying and fraud, and when you look into his paperwork, everybody say the paperwork's still into the person's name who owned it. So he going around fraud and taking false pictures. They say
the challenge is that Floyd Mayweather Jr. as public persona is strongly built around this narrative. He presents himself as someone untouchable, consistently successful and always at the top. But as more details emerge about financial concerns, disputed claims, and a continued need for public validation, that image begins to appear less stable. As cracks start to show, they become harder to overlook. Floyd may position himself as the ultimate example of success, yet the weaknesses in that portrayal are becoming more visible. When you factor in the tax issues, the debated exhibition bouts, and the inaccurate statements regarding luxury apartments, the idea of Floyd as the undisputed king of wealth doesn't seem as solid as he would like people to believe.
You know what's crazy? People are always in my fucking business, worried about what I'm doing. What Floyd is doing, what Floyd ain't doing, what I do got, what I don't got. Just know.
Shannon Sharpe isn't speaking from jealousy or trying to tear anyone down. He simply shares his perspective. And from what he observes, Floyd Mayweather Jr. represents someone who may have missed a significant opportunity. In Shannon's view, Floyd was in a position to become a clear example of how success in boxing can be transformed into long-term financial independence. He had the platform to demonstrate how to build wealth, invest wisely, and create something with lasting value. Instead, the focus seems to have remained on short-term gains and high-profile moments. There was a chance for Floyd to establish a legacy that extended far beyond the ring, but the brand he built around wealth now appears less substantial over time. For Shannon, the real issue isn't whether Floyd has money, it's that he had the potential to achieve far more with his success than simply displaying it.
To late 40s now, still fighting these random people in random places.
Yeah.
For 5 million here, 10 million there.
No, he's just a big spender. He can't spend like that, you know? Like,
this guy has a lot of chains.
So many chains, bro. Chains, that's a depreciating asset. Get yourself something.
Concerns about Floyd Mayweather Jr. and his financial situation are becoming more noticeable, especially as they are now being raised by voices few expected. During a live broadcast on ESPN, Stephen A. Smith, someone who has supported Mayweather for years, spoke candidly, delivering remarks that challenged the undefeated champion's public image that he openly expressed disappointment in a fighter he has long admired, even referring to Mayweather as a brother. His words didn't come across as an attempt to create headlines. Instead, they reflected genuine concern, mixed with uncertainty about what might really be happening behind the scenes. Smith questioned whether Mayweather's spending habits could be so extreme on a daily and monthly basis that his wealth might have already been exhausted. He went on to suggest that the money could already be gone, adding that if someone were to contact Mayweather today, he might be taking on nightclub appearances simply to generate immediate income. The comment stood out, not just because of its boldness, but because of the seriousness behind it. This was in criticism driven by negativity. Smith spoke from the perspective of someone who witnessed Mayweather's rise to the very top, and now questions whether he could be facing a decline without fully recognizing it. The tone wasn't rooted in hate. It came from a place of real disappointment.
Which is why I sit here with sadness today to report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters, my brother, Floyd Money Mayweather.
Adding to the ongoing debate, Floyd Mayweather Jr. continues to attract attention with his high-profile spending habits. Over the Super Bowl 2024 weekend in Las Vegas, he was reported to have spent more than $1 million on an exclusive suite at Allegiant Stadium, along with placing a significant wager on the game and making other expensive purchases. While this kind of lifestyle aligns with the image he has consistently presented, it has also sparked renewed questions about how he manages his money and whether such spending can realistically be maintained over time. Several voices across the sports industry have. pointed to these actions as part of a larger pattern, fueling doubts about the accuracy of Mayweather's financial claims. Despite continuing to showcase luxury and success, the absence of clear proof in the middle of these discussions has led some to believe that his financial situation may not be as solid as it appears.
Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharpe's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing...
The legacy of Floyd Mayweather Jr. as one of the defining fighters of his era is now facing increasing examination. The discussion is no longer limited to the opponents he chose to face or avoid, but has shifted toward a broader perception of what can happen when ego, heavy spending, and legal complications begin to impact more than just financial standing. This situation extends beyond money alone. It touches on deeper elements like personal value, continued relevance, authenticity, and long-term legacy. These are the very aspects that now appear to be gradually slipping away, even as his name continues to dominate headlines.
Money made all day. You know, right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20.
James Toney, a fighter respected for his durability and old-school mentality, didn't hesitate to share his view. In his opinion, Floyd Mayweather Jr. doesn't rank among the greatest, nowhere near it. His statement wasn't delivered as a personal attack, but rather as a reflection shaped by his own experience in a tougher era of boxing. Toney came from a time when champions consistently face elite opponents at their peak, rather than selecting matches that help maintain an unbeaten record. From his perspective, that wasn't the path Mayweather followed. Instead, he believed Floyd relied heavily on timing, steering clear of the most dangerous threats while favoring calculated opportunities and strong promotion over high-risk challenges. That he pointed out that legendary figures like Julio Cesar Chavez in his prime were never part of Mayweather's journey, while fighters such as Shane Mosley, Oscar de la Hoya, and Miguel Cotto stepped into the ring with him after their peak years had passed. In Toney's eyes, although Mayweather achieved a perfect record, he managed it carefully, treating it as something that needed protection rather than risk.
Yeah, right.
I came up under the best.
Yeah, this has all been a very smart marketing play. I get that.
Yeah.
I mean, I went down to see your mate Conor McGregor fight Floyd Mayweather, and it was a fascinating thing to watch.
Yeah.
I never actually thought he could beat Floyd Mayweather, but
he did great.
But for a few rounds, he went toe-to-toe with him, and it was really interesting to watch.
He did really
and it was a massive success.
When voices like James Toney speak up, their words carry weight because they are not rooted in envy. Toney's career speaks for itself. He went up against elite competition and proved himself in the ring. What he's expressing isn't personal dislike. It reflects a deeper understanding of boxing, calling attention to what he sees as a shift toward a more manufactured era, one that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is often associated with shaping. That same approach can now be seen influencing modern trends, from social media-driven bouts to influencer matchups and pay-per-view spectacles. The concern isn't limited to past decisions. It also focuses on what continues today. Frequent exhibition fights, highly staged promotional events, and even unexpected rumors, like a potential clash with Rio Ferdinand, all contribute to a narrative that raises eyebrows. These events are often presented as entertainment, something done purely for enjoyment. But when someone repeatedly emphasizes that they fight by choice and not necessity, it naturally leads to questions. At some point, constant claims of financial security can make people wonder whether everything is exactly as it appears, or if there's more beneath the surface.